All right, so hard work is the key for everyone. This is the concept which I'll be discussing today. So, what I'll tie into that is the productive use of time and how time manifests your desired reality and the importance of hard work. And in order to not get all too scatterbrained, which I have a great tendency to do, I'm gonna break this video down into a couple sub themes. I don't know if I'll edit it right now. I think I will. I'll make it look pretty. So, look, spirituality is something I'll discuss, and I will discuss the free will we have versus determinism. So, being in the yin versus the yang energy, the giving, the consciously getting versus passively receiving. I will make it all make sense very soon. So, being able to control the things which we have control over and being able to let go over the things which we do not have control over. I will talk about young people and how we have an abundance of time, which we seem to misuse because we focus too much on the lack of financial or other forms of abundance. How the geniuses of human history, such as Nikola Tesla and Leonardo da Vinci, have worked longer hours and worked harder than everybody else, even though they didn't necessarily have to because they knew that they are geniuses. How the work you put in is a direct has a direct correlation with who you become as an individual and how it molds your entire persona. How working hard can cure internal guilt, low self esteem, because you're going to be knowing that you are doing the best for your current capacity. Then, in the end, I'll talk about a little life hack I've discovered for myself, which allows me to be more productive with my time. So, let me start off with the most difficult concept which I want to discuss today, which is free will versus determinism. And trust me, it ties into the subject. So, with free will and determinism, I believe we have both in our lives, and both factors influence us. We are tied to certain deterministic factors. I personally believe that when you die is something which is already chosen when you're born, whether you're going to get married and have children, whether you're going to become successful, such things are in a sense determined. So, no matter what you do, almost, you will not be able to prevent certain scenarios from occurring in your life. However, I also do believe that we have a certain amount of free will, which we can use consciously to gain a little bit of control over the situations in our lives which we can get control over. And that ties into the yin and yang. The yang being the exhale, the sun, masculine principle, will, and giving. If you exist, if you're a person, whether you are male or female, you are working with both the yin and yang energy. We both have the feminine and masculine within us all. So if you are primarily a yang person, and that's the primary energy you work for, that's the exhale, sun, masculine principle, will, and giving. That is a person who believes that everything which they can achieve is done through the will, is done through conscious effort. They need to work hard for every dollar that comes their way. Anything great they want to achieve in their life, anything great that's ever going to come to them, is done through the conscious will, is done through that deterministic, masculine, go getting nature. If you know anything about the zodiac, that would be like the Scorpio, the Aries, the Leo. Those are some very masculine signs. They are ruled by either Mars, which is the god of war, or the sun, which is the masculine principle. So those people are going to attract things into their life based on the actual effort that they put in, based on, right, the free will type of energy which they exert into the universe. However, the people which exist more with the yin energy, With the inhale, the moon, feminine, trusting and receiving, are more on the side of passivity, right? Since the sun, the masculine principle, is all about getting it yourself, the feminine is about receiving, just being passive and allowing things to come your own way, allowing things to come to you instead of chasing after them. And if you're a person that exists more in that feminine energy, you are going to attract more things into your life through simply trusting the universe and existing in this passive, receiving, grateful state. I don't know if this made sense for anyone. I hope it did. But I just want to explain that ties into the concept of free will versus determinism. With determinism and the things which you have no control over, it is wiser to embrace the yin, which is the trusting and receiving part. But with the free will which you have, the actual part of your life where you have some control over, where you can actually put in your conscious will and effort, that's where it's more wise to embrace the yang, which is the masculine principle, where you go after it yourself, where you actually use your will to attract the things and achieve the things you want. So I hope I did a decent job at explaining this. I don't know if I did. Let me talk about regret of wasted potential. Now, I'm 20 years old and I already completely understand that if the things which I could control in my life, I did a better job at controlling, such as the business opportunities I've had in the past, certain career opportunities I've had in the past, I would be way more successful or wealthy than I am now. So that already at a young age, if you're ambitious like me, creates a sort of theme of regret where you know that there is a certain potential which was available to you, which you had even a power to attain, which you had the power to get yourself. And that was wasted by ignorance or the lack of hard work. So that causes me to now really think about that stuff and make a video about it. While there's kids outside jumping on a trampoline. I don't know if you've ever seen that video by Andrew Tate. You probably haven't, but Andrew Tate is like recording a video and he's like, there's children playing outside. They're so happy. He's like, I hate happiness. I hate happy children, right? That's literally a bit how I feel right now already, because it's like I'm sitting here talking about achieving things and the productive use of time when there's kids literally outside just jumping on a trampoline. I'm over here, they're living as the SpongeBob archetype and I'm living as the Squidward archetype, you know? Because this is life. You either die a SpongeBob or you live long enough to become Squidward. As kids, we used to hate Squidward. We used to be like, why is he so grumpy? What's up with this guy? Why can't he be optimistic and funny and cool like SpongeBob? But then life hits you and you realize that Squidward was right all along. Squidward, he embraced the fundamental truth, the core of our being. Squidward is the Plato. He's the Schopenhauer. He's the Friedrich Nietzsche. Squidward is the great philosopher. He has found the Holy Grail. He has discovered the philosopher's stone within. Anyway, I think I went a bit off track here, but where was I? Yeah, so look, if you already live with a little bit of guilt regarding the time you've wasted and the lack of potential, the not having attained your potential, shall I say, that may already put you in a little bit of a situation where you feel a certain guilt. And the younger you feel that, the younger you are feeling that pressure, the better. Because the quicker you realize that you have missed out on some opportunities which could have transformed your life, the better. Because I believe that everybody has the potential to achieve greatness, and we are all given certain opportunities at certain periods in our life which we ourselves may not realize at the time. But looking back, what I always seem to find is that if I was smarter, if I worked harder, I would have been able to take the best possible advantage of a situation. I could have been literally the world's youngest billionaire right now. I truly believe that. And that is through my free will. I don't know if I'm just going crazy right now. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going crazy right now. Let me try to bring some structure into this video. I'm over here talking about Squidward and shit. Holy, yo. Um, I'm trying not to swear on this channel as well, so it's like kid friendly, so that in like 100 years, when I die, like my grandson can show this exact video to their like 10-year-old kid, and they're gonna know that they can show it because I'm not gonna be swearing in that video. That's kind of my outcome for this. Yeah. Okay, let me try not to lose my mind while recording this video. Let's see what I can talk about. Yeah, young people have an abundance of time, which I see that they completely waste, right? They're over here with their TikToks and Fortnites and social medias and weed, doing complete nonsense instead of actually using the abundance of time which they have available to them to get closer to their goals, to actually use their free will and the power which they have in this existence to create the best possible outcome. Instead of doing that, they simply focus and almost become fixated on the lack of financial abundance available to them at that age. People my age, me being 20, everyone's like going crazy over the fact like, oh, I need to get rich, I need to figure out my career, this and that. And that's fine, but we are chasing the exact thing which we do not have. It's like, of course I'm going to be richer in 10 years than I am now. Of course I'm going to be richer in 20 years than I am now. So is there a point in me losing my mind over the fact that I have not yet attained certain things at that age? That is illogical. Rather, we as young people, and what I'm doing here is self-hypnosis. I'm mostly talking to myself. I'm not talking down on anyone. I'm talking to myself when I make these videos. So just so the viewer has an understanding of what's going on here and the insanity which you are witnessing. Yeah, if we as young people instead focused on the abundance of time which we have available for us, we would be able to navigate our energy towards actually coming closer to our goals instead of becoming fixated on what we do not have. And young people do not view time as a form of abundance because money is what's seen as the form of abundance. Because it is numbers can be measured. That causes people to believe that time is something to be completely ignored. Why is my camera going crazy now? Can you explain that to me? No? Alright, fine. Are you seeing this? Or is my camera going crazy? Why am I changing colors? Okay, so let's see. Right, so young people, if you ever catch, I'm being scatterbrained. Let's talk about why Nikola Tesla and some geniuses of human history have worked 16, 17, 18-hour days, many days in a row. Why do the geniuses of our planet work harder than everybody else, even though they themselves know that they need to work less to achieve more because they are genius? And that is because I believe they become so fixated on their goals, on their desires, right? People like Tesla, they are born obsessed with invention or with coming up with the new thing, right? So that is just the fuel which they use to work as hard as they do. But the reason they work so hard is because they know that they have the potential which the average person does not, which does not mean that they need to work less. It is the exact opposite. They are gifted, which means that they need to work more than everybody else because they are able to create so much more if they work hard. A genius who works 10 hours a day is going to achieve more than a genius working 1 hour a day, even if they're both complete aliens out of this world, like Tesla, right? So that is why Elon Musk, who's like the richest guy on planet Earth right now, has said in many interviews that like you need to work 100 hours a week, because if you work 100 hours a week and your competitor works 40, you have like a 2.5x advantage over your competitor. Even if you yourself are smarter, even if you don't need to be working as hard as your competitor. Hard work is an instrument which can be used for all classes of people. And the richest people and the most genius people of the planet understand the importance of hard work. So, what did I want to talk about? Yeah, like people like Tesla used to, I mean, that guy was a complete alien. He used to sleep in like 20-minute intervals. He never slept longer than 20 minutes, I think. He used to just like keep going with his work. But the writers, the inventors, and yeah, the geniuses of the world, they stay up for multiple days in a row, become sleep deprived, literally abuse drugs so that they can remain in that flow state, remain in that genius flow state where they're able to make their dreams come true, make their inventions become reality because they put their human will into the cosmos, and the cosmos is going to react to that. I don't know if anything that I'm saying is making sense for anyone right now. I do not care anymore to delete this video. I've deleted like 3 of the past videos which I've recorded because I just got the feeling that like no one's gonna understand what I'm saying. I'm completely losing my mind. Now I'm starting to understand that maybe this is exactly what I need to embrace. Maybe me losing my mind and going completely scatterbrained in my videos is what is what makes them actually interesting and unique, right? Maybe this is what I need to be learning here. So no matter what type of insanity I end up speaking about in this video, I am not gonna delete it. I'm just gonna keep going, right? Let's make it fun. So the geniuses understand that even though maybe there is a certain deterministic side to our things, and what is supposed to come your way is gonna come your way. What's gonna happen is destined to happen. However, the part of your life which you can control needs to be controlled with the maximum amount of effort, which is what they do. They work as hard as humanly possible because that is them kind of maximizing the free will which they have and what they are able to manifest through their free will, if that makes sense. So let's see. Exactly, it's just a game of probability. The harder you work, the deeper you think, the harder you work, the more hours you put in towards chasing your dreams, perfecting your craft, the higher the probability that you're gonna find something that clicks. You're gonna get that genius idea. You're gonna simply outwork your competitors. It's as simple as that. It's a game of probability. The harder you work, the more you're gonna get out of life. So, yeah, because that's you directing your human will into something. Now, I'm a little bit spiritual, and a lot of people in the spiritual community focus on manifestation, visualization, mantras, mudras, affirmations, And those are all wonderful instruments which can add great benefit towards your life. They can really have a profound impact on you. However, guess what? With this YouTube video that I'm recording right now, this video would have never existed if it was not for my human will. If it was not me getting up in the morning being like, you know what? This is what I'll talk about in this video. This is how I'm gonna make it. This is me sitting down now recording this video, right? And not stopping recording this video. And that is how I'm able to manifest that video. It's literally through the will and not through visualizations, manifestations, mantras, mudras. No amount of mantras and mudras and crystals are gonna create a YouTube video. You get what I'm trying to say? So just what I want to add is that, yeah, a lot of spiritual people become fixated on manifesting things into the world, manifesting some desired outcome without a drop of putting in your effort. The whole idea of manifesting is, oh, I wrote it on a piece of paper, I drew some sigil, some dark magic sign on it, I sprinkled some crystal powder, I lit some sage, maybe did a tarot reading, meditated, visualized it through my third eye, and now in order for me to receive $1 million in a year, I don't have to do shit, I just have to sit back and let it come to me. That's fine. You can use those instruments. That's all wonderful. And all those instruments are effective. However, it is practically impossible to use these instruments if there isn't a part of you that's putting in your conscious will and your conscious human effort into something. And you do that through genuine hard work, through genuinely putting in the hours into your manifestation. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's just something which I've learned for myself, is that the things I've achieved in my life, I've genuinely almost only achieved through me actually doing that. You know, I've completed a year's course in homeopathy so far. I'm working on my second one. And the entire year's course I've completed because I genuinely sat down and worked. It wasn't through affirmations or crystals or some magic that, you know, the spiritual community so hardly wants you to convince is real. Look, I have a book on the tarot here. You see? Tarot. Little book. How wonderful. If no amount of mantras or mudras is gonna get that book read for me. If I want to read that book, I have to sit down and read the book. Now, what I can do is write in my journal, tomorrow morning, you're gonna read this book. And that is gonna put my subconscious mind while I'm sleeping into the setting where when I get up in the morning, I'm gonna start reading the book. However, if I don't put in the actual time and the actual hours and my human will into reading that book, it will not be read. It will not be read. That is something which a lot of smart people and spiritual people seem to be stuck on. Smart people also have, and trust me, I'm only saying this because I'm speaking through my own lens. I am projecting myself into the world. So I'm not talking down on anyone, is something I want to explain once again. I am almost describing my own habits. Look, if you're a person that considers yourself smart, as I do, you may develop a intellectual ego, which means that you believe that because you're smart, you don't have to work as hard as other people, because I am able to achieve more with less time put in, right? Simply because of the way I'm able to do things. People fall into the belief that they need to only work smart instead of working hard. But then you actually, at some point, are gonna get like a reality check that, like, if you're so smart, are you really smarter than all the geniuses in the world? Because the geniuses who have been remembered in human history have worked harder and longer hours than anybody else. You get what I'm saying? People really are lazy. We are lazy. A lot of people are lazy by nature. And a lot of people focus on work smart, not hard. And there's a lot of fundamental truth in that. Someone working smart can achieve 100 times more with 100 times less effort than somebody only working hard. But guess what? If you're smart, if you have genius level potential, if you're genuinely smart and you are driven and you work hard, how much quicker are your dreams going to become reality compared to you developing that ego thinking like, oh, I'm going to use affirmations, I'm going to use my visualizations, I'm going to work smart, I'm going to be passive, I'm going to let the universe give me whatever I desire, I'm going to let it come to me. That's fine, use those tools, but actually put in your human will into what you desire to attract. So let's see. Yeah, the work you put in, what you do, literally creates who you are. Have you noticed that? A lot of like grown-ups, right? As kids, we used to walk around in kindergarten like, oh, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite shoe? Whatever. What type of I don't know. What's your favorite Pokemon card? Because that tied into your identity. The color which you liked or your favorite Pokemon became part of your identity. As you grow up, if you're a teenager, someone might be like, what sport do you like to do? Who's your favorite singer? What are your hobbies? And that ties into your identity. When grown-ups meet each other, they're like, the first thing they say is, what do you do for a living? Because what a person does is kind of who they are. What a person does with their time is who they are as a human being. Why is it that Elon Musk is respected, but a 20-year-old unemployed stoner who sits in his mom's basement, plays Fortnite, Minecraft, and smokes weed, why is he not respected? It is because one person does something with their time, which benefits other people as well as themselves, and the other person does nothing with their time, which means that they do not value themselves. If you do nothing with your time, you do not value yourself, because that's you literally screaming at the universe that my will, my human effort is not gonna get me anywhere. That is not gonna get you anywhere. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, I truly believe that. Also, let me go back to the point of young people. If young people genuinely locked in and stopped jerking off with their time, they would, bro, they would be millionaires. I'm not even joking. So many people my age are talented beyond belief, are gifted and blessed beyond belief, but they are stuck on a habit or some girlfriend that's dragging them down. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people my age. Bruv, if they dumped their girlfriend a year ago, they would be millionaires by now. But, you know, we become fixated on things. I am so scatterbrained, it is hilarious. This must be entertaining. I think this is how I should start making my videos more. Literally, go crazy, allow my brain to go where my brain goes. Right? Why should I limit myself? Why have I done it before? You see? I'm having fun, and that's the thing. I'm gonna make better videos if I myself have fun. If I sit down and I have to behave like a geek and have to be like, well, today we're talking about the root chakra. Actually, that's like, I'm not having fun there myself. That's me, trying to portray a certain image or whatever. Bro, I should start letting myself like go wherever my brain wants to go, because I'm having fun right now. I'm so having fun right now. And when you're having fun, you're also able to create better things. When you're genuinely happy, you manifest greater things. Which is why when choosing a job or something to pursue, you should actually pursue the thing you desire and love to pursue. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, the work you put in is a direct manifestation of who you are, right? I just mentioned the example with the 20-year-old loser stoner versus Elon Musk. These people have the same 24 hours in a day. They do. We all do. It's like, why is it that some people attain genius level shit while others never do? It is literally time. It's literally how you use your time. And that's hilarious. And I'm so happy that I realized that at age 20, because I feel guilt regarding the jerking off I've done in the past with my time. I have wasted a lot of time on garbage. I have, and so have you. But there's no point in us being upset at it. What we can do is learn from it and use that knowledge in the future. That's the only constructive option, is actually taking it and implying that for the future. So, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, everyone's a genius. Everyone's a genius. I've been saying that for a long time. You all have unique DNA. We all have entirely unique fingerprints, bro. No one's gonna have that fingerprint ever, which means that no one is able to create what I am able to create. Same thing with you. We are all geniuses. It's just that a lot of geniuses are walking around on this planet never having realized their full potential. And that is something I am so fucking scared of. Which is why, instead of jumping on a trampoline and being happy, I'm driving myself insane. But maybe that's just what I need to do. Maybe that's just what I need to do. Let's see. Yeah, look, if you feel a certain amount of guilt, like I do, with the potential you've wasted or the time you've wasted, you may simply start working as hard as humanly possible, right? Simply with the time you have, and it's different for everyone. Some people have jobs, some people have children to take care of, some people have family members to take care of. Everyone has a different abundance of time in their lives. But if you find yourself in a position where you're able to dedicate X amount of time, X amount of hours every single day towards bettering your life, I'm telling you, this will solve all your problems. This will solve it all, because it is a matter of time until it does, right? Because if you genuinely work hard, you are never gonna feel that guilt ever again. You are not gonna feel that low self-esteem ever again if you work your ass off every single day. And that is because you're gonna be doing the maximum for your current capacity. You're really gonna be putting in your maximum effort. And it's very difficult to feel guilty or feel like a loser when you're genuinely working hard and genuinely coming closer towards your desired outcome. If you genuinely put in your time every day towards improving yourself and coming closer to where you want to be, you will not feel that guilt. You will not feel that guilt. You're gonna know that you are doing the best for your current capacity, right? And you only start feeling like a loser or, a waste of human potential and guilty if you waste the time you're given. It's like I know it sounds harsh, and once again, I'm telling that to myself. This video is self-hypnosis. I'm trying to put myself into that mind state, which is why I make a lot of my videos. It's self-hypnosis. I'm trying to put messages into my own mind. I want to program my subconscious mind. And by me doing that, and by me expressing those thoughts, I also want to make a video which I can share with the world in case somebody gets a benefit out of that. You know, some person might see that exact video and be like, holy shit, that's exactly what I needed. And then it's like, and then I've helped someone, which is cool, which is like the coolest thing ever, right? Being of service to other people is like the greatest thing you can accomplish. If you can lift others up, if you can help people, if you can lift others up, teach them, inspire them, heal them, That's like the greatest thing a human is capable of, I believe. And everyone is capable of that as well. I'm not trying to sound cool or nothing. I'm just saying that we all have the potential to do anything really. Like I'm in a such positive place right now. Um, I feel like that video gave me a lot of optimism, but you can literally do anything, is what I'm saying. And if you use your time productively and consciously, you will be there that much quicker. You will be there that much quicker. So, yeah, the harder you work, the more you're going to be able to live with the feeling that you are doing your best for the current capacity which you have. And that's enough because you cannot do more than that. The rest is determined. If you can get some control and actually put your human will into what you can control and let go of trying to control the deterministic part of life which you cannot control, you're doing the best you can. And there's not much more to it. So, yeah. Can I say anything else? I don't think that's necessary anymore. I've said enough. I've said enough. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Finally, I made that video. I'm not gonna delete that video. I like that video. So yeah, thank you for being here. I hope I could open some ideas into your mind. And yeah, I really enjoyed making this video. So looks like we're all happy here. Have a good rest of your day, and I wish you great abundance in all forms available on this planet. Thank you. See ya.